They trained you to a certain extent and hoped that you had the stuff behind their training to go forward and express how they wanted things expressed. So it was very creative. Well, it was personal too. The sales force, it was personal to them. There was a lot of dignity.
The merchandising division traveled the stores and spent a lot of time in the stores. We used to take every Wednesday, and the merchandising groups would travel to a different store location and interact and exchange, ideas, talk to the people in the stores about the merchandise and what was working and not working and what was selling and what wasn't selling. But it was exciting in those days to me, and I think to everybody who did it, because we were really working hard at making Ayers a unique and special place in terms of the merchandise that we were trying to find and provide as an offering. And it was exciting.
There had never been a woman buyer in the men's store in the USA that we know of. And he moved me to the young men's department. It was a lot, I really enjoyed doing that. It was really different, but very interesting. And from there I went to being merchandise manager for men's. Definitely the first one in the country that was a woman. And I really was blowing the doors off of that thing. One of the funny things about Indiana, there's innovation in terms of these themes of airway and specialty stores and things of that nature. The innovation of trying product was in our hands.
Ayers was, I think when I look back on it now, I realize what a commitment they made to educating the public and their employees to what the looks were for the season. I think it's really unusual. I mean, it doesn't happen in today's world. They would come up with a look, and then it was our job to put it all together. On Wednesdays, the store would put on a fashion show called Date at 11, and that was first done early in the morning before the store opened for the employees, and all the employees were asked to come, and it was their educational process for how to sell the merchandise, to teach them what the look was and then show them how they would accessorize it. And it was a very smart thing to do, because your good salesperson would not only sell the outfit, but they would go downstairs and find all the accessories and sell those with it. It became my job, and there were others with me, to put the look together as we saw it and the way we thought it should be sold. But a lot of time and dollars were invested in educating, I think, mostly the employees, so the employees could then turn around and sell the merchandise to the public.
So we were really always looking at the event end as well as at the community, good member of the community end. And not only that, we had stores in many communities, because we had 13 stores in Indiana, but we had eventually 25 stores, and had taken on the Pogue stores in Cincinnati as well as the Stewart stores in Louisville, which made 25 stores. So those were other markets to consider, and their benefits and their causes that were important that we could create a benefit for and try to contribute to and be a good citizen in that community.
When I first went there too, there were cash registers on the floors. They had the tube system, that when you bought something, they had this tube, you did it, they put the sale in there, they put the sale ticket in there, they put the money in there. And then it went like this and disappeared, and all of a sudden came back. And the change was in there with the sales ticket. And it was quite an intricate, It's almost like Stouts is nowadays on Mass Avenue. They put the stuff on the little trolley things at the top. But this was, Ayers put this in when they first built the store. And then they had the little metal charge cards too. That was the first charge cards they had. And they were something else too. It was very innovative. That was very innovative. It was very innovative. In fact, Ayers was the first to have air conditioning in stores. First to have what they called the moving stairway.
The display department was this wonderfully creative group, and they would put all the windows together, and then they would also do all of the mannequins throughout the store. I think we fed off of each other somewhat. You would see the way they did it, they'd see the way we did it, and we'd work together sometimes, but we We were under the same umbrella within the store, and so we all got along really well. They were a great group.